Hi everybody, my name is Jen and I am here to talk to you about my channel analytics. And I see that I got this funky shit, like line of demarcation, like where you could clearly see my window casting light, and like here is the lid of my computer. That's all right. There we go. That's better. So hi everybody. Hi again. Take two. This is Jen. So the last time I made a video, I was talking about some of the new things that I learned. One thing is by really very carefully making sure I look at the camera and not at myself. So that's super important. I actually got somebody who complimented me on looking at the camera the last couple videos that I made because they felt like I was talking to them. One way I stopped looking at myself is I used the little notes app on my MacBook Air, and I put my script in there, and then I put the sticky, not notes, the sticky right underneath my camera. So that way I couldn't look at myself. I could only look at my script and look at the camera. So that was something that actually really helped. Something else that I learned is a couple different styles of titling, to include keywords in the title, to include hashtags in the body of the description, and make sure again that I use the same keywords in the keyword description for the video itself. I also cleaned out, like I got confused for a while between like the tags for the video and the tags for the channel. And so I try my best to make sure that the tags for the video are accurate. I'm trying to think of what else I did. I've posted more frequently. So I'd say over the break from work, I posted, I think, 4 times. After work coffee just hits so good, especially Nespresso. It just makes my heart happy. So I posted about 4 times and engaged in some online conversations too about the videos, which was helpful. And I did a live. This was important. So one of my videos, which was all about, figuring out macros for dieting, part 1, I did macros for dieting part 2. Please don't go looking for those videos unless that stuff genuinely interests you, because if you go to a creator's channel and you're really not interested and you just watch like the first few seconds or whatever, it actually hurts the creator's channel. So that's why a lot of creators who have multiple channels don't usually post the multiple channels across their channels, because you really have a genuine interest in those. It helps. One exception to that is Grounded Life Finances, Grounded Life Travel, Grounded Life Retirement, and I think it's Travel Asia with Allie, and there's one more, Grounded Life Cruises, and it's Grounded Life Amtrak, or like trains. They cross-pollinate as far as like advertising all 5 of their channels on each one of their channels, but all of their channels almost all have to do with travel of some kind. So there's a retired couple who travel 365 days a year. They've been retired and traveling, doing slow travel for, I want to say, 7-ish years. They actually had the very first YouTube course that I took, and I will tag them in this. They're super cool people, and they were the ones that inspired me to start trying to get into YouTube, just based on, the following that they got and the revenue that they were able to build, and how they're able to live like, this really great, prosperous retirement based on that. And so that's what actually first got me thinking. So theirs was the very first YouTube course I've taken. I've taken other courses. Believe it or not, I know I'm still very much an amateur, but let's get into what the analytics are. So last time there was a little bit of action. I'm going to stop here and jump over to my screen share. All right, my friends. So here is my current analytics. I mean, listen, I'm a newbie, right? We already know this. There's not a ton different here, but let's talk about what I posted over break. So I rebranded this one, Get Big Glutes. And I used a method of titling that I learned from video school. It took me blank years to learn how to do blank, and let me show you in just however many minutes. And it applies. Like, it has taken me several years to learn how to build glutes and how to muscle, how to do bodybuilding and, developing muscle. And am able to speak to that with some level of authority and confidence. So, and I love training. So that title, by the way, from Live Video School, like, that got 234 views. I mean, you can see the difference in disparity of views. The best performing video by far I had is I got my face lasered and here's what happened. That's not a title I got from anyone. It was just like, maybe I got cued by vidIQ on that, but that was not a script. But that one performed really well. But this one, I'm really happy with because, I find in my experience, videos that document specific procedures tend to do well because people are very interested in what that experience is like. So I got my face lasered and here's what happened. That was really popular. But I used the same title for I got filler, or I got facial filler and here's what happened, didn't perform as well. So I think it's also the topic, not necessarily the title structure, but the laser was a little sexier as far as title, like more attractive. Now we have macros for dieting. So this one was published April 14th. I think that was I think I published that actually the evening that break started. And I wanted to do this one for a little bit. So this was, I think I might have I rebranded this one. This was authentically published on the 14th, but I rebranded this one. I put in a cover, a thumbnail for it because it did not have one. And it was just me going off the cuff about using AI for, doing food plans. And because I did it, I use AI, when it first came out, I used it to develop food plans. But what I found out, and I could show you the transcript, is like a mile long of different prompting styles, is that it's inaccurate when you're doing macro-based planning. So it could help generate ideas, but it's inaccurate. So that's what the general thing of that is. And then I did Simple Math Part 2. So this is Part 1, Part 2. Simple Math behind Macro Planning Part 2 was a live. So I wanted to try the live. This one had 18 views. This one just has 5 views so far. And the funny thing is, one of the people who follows the channel was like, you have to tell us when you're doing a live, like post in your community tab or something like that, announce that you're doing a live. So I guess I could also set a live as a premiere. And now some of the people, I'm noticing that the people that I follow leave something out there as a new updated post. A live is happening at this particular time. Another suggestion I saw from a lot of creators, if you choose to do a live, make it consistent, like every Sunday at 5 p.m. or every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So that way people who start to subscribe to you know when to expect your lives and they can participate live when you are going live. This was the title from Live Video School. Something tips that some authority will not tell you about. And this is all true stuff. Like, this is all stuff I truly believe. And I've seen in my experience. So this title is performing better so far than the others. And honestly, better for me is like not a huge stretch. I'm still like, I got baby numbers here. This one, was an off the cuff in the car. I haven't done a thumbnail for it. Maybe I'll use this picture and just put text over it. But this is talking about, my bodybuilding competitive season this year had come to a stop. My coach pulled a plug on it and it hurts. It makes me sad, and in this video is just me reflecting on it. So I only have 9 views on that one so far. And that was just published yesterday. So this is like, you can see that my frequency has definitely gone up in publishing. I'm trying not to hold myself up as much as I was, because you see that, it's definitely gone up here. This one was, let's see, it was these 2 videos. So this one was the other, which one did I have? The Simple Math. The Simple Math, I think, caused that spike. however very low that spike is. Now, the problem here that affects your channel is that I had a small like micro viral video. And for me, the micro viral is just simply that I got a lot more views than I normally get, right? So that was back to, I got my face lasered, right? That was a big one. This one was also pretty popular too. Why is this YouTuber's food plan causing major controversy? There's a YouTuber out there who published a food plan that was very uninformed and could be damaging to people, and I offered a very strong opinion on that, and that actually did well. Apparently, the algorithm likes it when you have strong opinions. But back to this, my view count looks drastically down because I had that one CO2 laser video do really well. With over 1,000 views, the highest views I've ever gotten, but now all the statistics look bad compared to that. So that's what I got so far. Community, I really don't have much in the way of community. I do have some nice comments here during some of the stuff. Let me go back to analytics. If we take a look at audience, pretty stoked. Like the audience is, this is standard for a lot of YouTubers out there, that most of the people who watch your videos are not subscribed. And you can do the ask. You can say, please like and subscribe. I do that sometimes. I don't. My demographics are pretty much what I expected. So I have almost 70% women and just a little over 30% men. So 67 and 32. And my demographics are dead on with the women that I'm attracting to this particular channel, between 45 to 54 years old. I'm actually hoping for a little bit older too. I would love to hit the 55, 64, and 65 plus years. But when I take a look at it, if I take a look at my content as far as like the channel settings, I don't think I have any tags in there. I have fit over 50 and fit over 40 and a number of things along that kind of line, but I don't have anything fit over 60 and 70. And the content I have is very useful for those age ranges as well. So that's something I need to adjust. So some of the changes were in my description, using keywords in my description, using keywords in the description, the title, keeping the keywords consistent in there as well. Something that I learned more about that I want to understand better is like, you could see, these are trends. I don't have a lot of information yet. So the more information that you have, like the more videos you pull out there, you will get, like, there's options for you to see what your viewers are also looking at. So I started this around September, maybe even earlier, but really dedicated since March and really trying to make a go of this particular channel. I still have the channel that you're on, which is, Money Muscles, Midlife Money Miles. At least that's a working title right now. But this is where I'm putting all the YouTube data. So we'll see. I'm going to keep throwing videos at the wall and see what sticks. I do really, really want to be helpful. I really want to be helpful. There's so many things that I'm really passionate about and that I'm able to help others with. So hopefully one of them catches. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.